I really enjoyed watching the menu. The sets, the acting, and honestly, the core premise just hooked me and kept me hooked. While watching, certain things caught my attention. While this movie is dark, brutal, and even at times funny about classic cooking tropes, it actually says a lot about not just food culture, but culture in general, particularly in the creative space. Seeing the characters in this movie on the surface level brings an expectation. The good old haha stupid elite rich people. And then at the end, yeah, they kind of deserve that. However, I'd actually like to push back on that a little bit. I'll be the first to admit the first few minutes of this movie felt insanely dry. But after seeing each character in detail, it kind of hit me that each character may not just be a surface level character, but that they could be actually representing something else. Let's take the three tech gurus for starters. On the surface, they're shady businessmen. They basically got to where they are because of handouts that were given to them. They have power through connections, and they like taking advantage of people lesser than them. However, as the head chef later brutally shows, that power can easily be taken away. But what do these people represent? Before I can answer that question, I want to take a look at a different character. We'll circle back. Tyler, our main protagonist, he's a influencer. In his mind, food is power. Food is money to him. But not just food specifically, it's the enjoyment of food. When put to the real test of his knowledge, he's ashamed and shunned by the chef to the point of deadly consequence. Tyler isn't just sucking the soul out of something the chef loves so dearly, but to me, he's also doing something each and every character in this restaurant is doing, and more importantly, representing. Creating without passion. Those tech guys, they fund projects, they control people, but they don't put any heart into what they do. The food critic, she forces her taste onto other people, which causes businesses to shut down, while she gets all the more famous. The old businessman, he's a frequent visitor at the restaurant. However, he can't recall a single dish he's ever had there. He uses the restaurant for his own gain rather than enjoying the experience, which is the entire point the head chef is trying to make. Let's talk about the chef, though. Chef Slowick isn't your typical celebrity chef. In fact, he's secluded on his own private island in his private restaurant. But he doesn't treat the place like a fine dining establishment. He treats it like a stage, and he treats cooking like an art form. The experience is a performance to him. But it wasn't always like that. He started simple, flipping burgers as a teenager. Photos of him are shown in the movie, smiling, which is a stark contrast to the chef we see. Now he's hardened and cold. At some point in his life, he constructed the idea that the film takes place in. One final art form, one that would quite literally kill his competition. It would kill those who stole that smile from something so joyful, cooking. But he had to at some point also come to realize that would include himself. And that moment becomes ever more clear at the ending of this movie. To me, this isn't about cooking. It's all about creation in general. It's about art. Before I close out, I want to talk about one more thing to really hit the nail on the head and send this home. The cheeseburger. Anya Taylor-Joy's character, Margot, is the oddball of the group. She's a replacement for a guest who couldn't be there. She had no hand in the chef's misery. The chef gives her a choice throughout the movie: die with the crooks or die with the chef and cooks. Or in my mind, fit the norm and lose all passion, or be someone who destroys passion. She discovers the photo of him as a teenager, realizes that there might be something left in him. She asks for a cheeseburger, and for once in so many years he smiles and allows her to leave. He created something with passion for once in years, and allowed a little bit of hope to escape. The menu isn't what you think it is. It's what happens when a creator loses the spark they once had to create, but also at the same time shows what's possible, even if there's only a tiny bit of passion left. So that was my take of the menu. If you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content, and drop a comment on what you'd like to see next or any other takes you might have. I really enjoyed making this video and watching this movie, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.